Hey y'all, iRick Sky here, and I want to talk about the A7R4 that was just announced. And if you're looking for one, expand this video's description and then click the link there and you can find where to order it online. But is the A7R4 worth the upgrade? So for starters, A7R4 has 61, that's right, 61 megapixels. So if you're a photographer, if you want to crop in within post, having those extra megapixels will provide a lot of value. And the other good thing about the A7R4 is that the existing Sony E-mount lenses, actually like I'm using right now, I'm using a G Master lens to film this video. I can use my same lenses with the A7R4. So right now I'm using the A7R3, which is a great camera. But that segues me into why is the A7R4 worth the upgrade? A lot of people say, man, megapixels don't matter, you know. You got 42 megapixels with the A7R3. Why do you need 61 megapixels with the A7R4, dude? Well, you know, more megapixels are nice. I wouldn't say that it's absolutely necessary. What's super cool about the A7R4 though is the fact that it has the eye autofocus for video now. Because with the A7R3, at least with the current firmware, eye autofocus does not work for video. For photos, it's really cool, whether it's an animal or a person, you can toggle between animal or human. It's a really cool having that autofocus. One of my favorite firmware delivered enhancements that I've obtained for the A7R3 so far. But the A7R4 again takes it to the next level because that continuous eye autofocus is now available within video as well as still photos. So I think that's huge. Another thing, the shoe on top of the camera, it's different with the A7R4. And the microphone that Sony's talking about, I'm kind of curious to see, or to hear rather, what the audio quality is going to be like for that, because it's utilizing the new shoe. I've really enjoyed out in the field. Now right now I'm using this clip-on, really high quality microphone, but out in the field I've enjoyed using a Sony, and you can find it linked within this video's description too, but a Sony stereo mic for my A7 III and my A7R3. And I found it to be really good quality, and the fact that it receives its power from the camera itself versus having to fumble with batteries was really nice. But yeah, so that's another enhancement that A7R4 is going to bring to the table. The disappointment with the A7R4 for me is that on the back, you've got that same type of LCD screen. It's not going to flip up. Why could they not have re-engineered the A7R4 to enable that screen on the back to flip up so you can see yourself? Like right now, I can see myself face on video if I look over there because I've got a very nice, and again, I've linked it within this video's description too, but I've got a very nice field monitor. But again, that's something I've got attached to my tripod in my studio. When I'm out in the field, I would rather not carry a studio monitor. And obviously I've got a workaround. I can pull open, which Sony's rebadged. It used to be Play Memories. I think it's called Image. Let's see, what do they call it now? The app that they have, it's called Imaging Edge Mobile. So the Imaging Edge mobile app, I can pair with my Sony Alpha camera, and then I can use it as a glorified viewfinder of sorts. So when I'm out in the field, I'm going to have my phone, so I can use my phone to say, okay, I am optimally positioned within the camera's frame, and then start recording. I would much rather have the ability for the screen on the back of the camera to pop up and me be able to see myself face on video though. Sony, you say you listen to your customers, and obviously you do because you keep creating better and better Sony Alpha cameras, but why can you not enable that screen on the back to flip up so that you can see yourself? Even if I'm partially obstructed by the little top of the camera, it says Sony, and the little knobs on the top, I don't care. If I can at least see myself enough to know, okay, well, my head's going out of the top of the frame, then I might need to move back. You know, just something simple like that. Come on, do it. You got such great tech, but I mean, it's small things like that that irritate me. And even though it irritates me, I'm still excited about the Sony A7R4 because of that continuous eye focus and the 61 megapixels. So the other thing about the A7R4 that's nice is that it uses the same batteries that the A7 III, the A9, and the A7R3 use. So being able to use those same batteries, that was one of the biggest upgrades. When I upgraded from Sony A7R2 to the A7 III, that battery, that bigger battery, and not having to fumble with carrying, you know, most situations I can get by for an entire day in the field with one battery. But if I've got two, I've typically got more than enough. Now I'm paranoid kind of dude, so I always carry 3 batteries in the field with me, which may be overkill, but having that extra battery life is great. And the fact that Sony A7R4 is going to use the same battery is great. And that's what deterred a lot of people. Was it the A6400, the APS-C camera that was recently released, which does have a screen, by the way, that you can flip up and see yourself face on video? They failed with that camera. I mean, obviously it wasn't a full frame camera. It's not even the same class of camera as a full frame camera. But they failed with it because they gave it the old style battery. It could have been pretty cool for face on video segments had they given it the larger battery. I might would have picked one up. But yeah, so the A7R4, that's what I'm stoked about. It uses the same battery. I love this battery. So, you know, again, it's one of those things. Is it worth the upgrade? You know, it's really a matter of how much of a professional are you, or how much of an enthusiast are you? Because not everybody needs an A7R4. I mean, to be frank, the A7 III, just the basic A7 III, is awesome. It's a great camera. It uses the same lenses as Sony E-mount full frame lenses, like I'm using with my A7R3, like I will use with my A7R4. But, you know, it's just a matter of what your expectations are. You know, if you're a pixel peeper, like I am, and you know, you're really scrutinizing every image, you probably want to go with the A7R4 because you're going to get that extra resolution. But if you're just shooting casual photos of family and pets and, you know, just whatever, A7 III is more than enough. And in most situations, an A7 III may be overkill. But, you know, the A7R4 that was announced today is something that your true pro, your true like turbo enthusiast is really going to need. And and I say need because quality is what matters. And if someone's going to be capturing the same content, whether it's a video and or a photo, and they're going to use a certain piece of gear, they're going to use the best gear on the market, why not use the best gear on the market? You know, if you're taking the time to capture that and probably post it to social media or whatever your business may entail, why not capture it with the best tool possible? You know, and for that reason, and not just that reason, but the fact that I can use my existing Sony E-mount lenses, that I can use my existing Sony Alpha batteries, you know, being able to use all that makes it an easy decision to upgrade to the A7R4. So I hope this video is of value. Again, stay tuned for my exhaustive A7R4 videos as soon as my A7R4 arrives. So I'm going to take it out of the box, I'm going to take it out in the field, and I'm just going to unleash a fury of A7R4 content here on my channel, Irish Guy's Adventure channel. And that leads me to this. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. And when you do, ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. And if you're looking for the A7R4, or any camera for that matter, expand this video's description and then click the link there, and you can find where to order all the cameras, the lenses, and the accessories online. And if there's anything in particular you're looking for that you don't see, just shoot me a message. Probably the best way to do that is my Facebook page, facebook.com/IrixGuy, and I'll be more than happy to try to find a link for you. Because what I've done down there, I put all the gear that I use. So yeah, there's a lot of other gear that's available, but I put the gear that I use, so it's just a quick way for you to find everything. So appreciate your viewership. I want to hear your comments below. Do you have positive feelings about the A7R3 or A7R4? It gets confusing. They keep adding all these numbers. What are your thoughts about the A7R4? Do you think it's a waste of money? Do you think it's worth the upgrade? Why do you feel that way? Tell everyone within the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to like it, share with others, and again, subscribe to my channel. I'm an independent YouTuber, and it's viewers like you that enable my channel to continue to grow. That and high quality cameras. Because you can scroll back and you can look at some of my earlier content. The audio and the video was rough. And that's because I wasn't using Sony Alpha. I was using older cameras, and you know, technology's evolved as well. I mean, I've been doing this for many years, but tell me what you think. Appreciate your viewership, and it's just a lot of fun. It's good to have something to be excited about. You know, a new piece of technology, a new tool for people capturing photos and videos. Tell me what you think, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, iRichSky here. Thanks again for your viewership. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. If you're looking for iRichSky's Adventure Channel merch, like this t-shirt and a lot of other cool stuff, expand this video's description. You can find it all there. Y'all have a good day.